Hey everyone, welcome to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay, so paint along. Just grab some brushes, grab some paints, grab a model, and paint along. Let's rid the world of unpainted models together. Today I'll be continuing to work on those Grot tanks from last week. I really want to put the finishing touches on them and make sure they're all nice and finished. You know, I really want to use them in more battle reports, so I'll be finishing them up today and probably continuing on some tyranid stuff as well. Yeah, you know, painting whatever. It's been good. I'm building some stuff. I'll talk about my week. It's been a good week so far, I think. Ish, yeah. Pretty good week. So, yeah, let's get started and let's keep painting. By the way, it's now May. Wow. Time is flying by this year. It's been crazy. We've been doing these Painting with Jay so long. This is in like episode 30. Cool stuff. Let's talk about it this week's Painting with Jay. Hey everyone, so today I will be working on stuff and things. So I'm going to be finishing up these Grot tanks because they looked awesome in last week's battle report. They were a lot of fun to use, but they're not done. And I don't want them to be unpainted. I want them to look finished in these battle reports. So this is what I'm working on today. All the tops, these little ones. And yeah, let's get to it. So to start off with, I will be applying some weathering pigments. So as always, whenever using weathering pigments, put down paper. This is just an old piece of crappy paper. Towel, because pigments get everywhere. They get everywhere. They're messy, messy, messy stuff. Good, got that done. Got a brush. Let's grab a brush now. A pigment brush. Here we go. Perfect. Good. And the pigments: brown, red, and rust brown. Perfect. So, yeah, it's been a good week so far. You know what? It's been a busy week. I was able to get that. I was able to get that How to Play 40K up last week, and I should be able to get another one up this week. 2 weeks in a row, people. It's back. There's no. I'm just going to shut the door here quickly because it's getting pretty loud outside right now. So it's been a busy week. Very busy. I wasn't able to get any battle reports filmed last week. So, no battle reports this week, unfortunately, for either my free content or the warp. It sucks, but there's not much you can do when you just can't film them. You know, let me just zoom in on this one piece, that way we have a nice focused in. Perfect. So, yeah, just not much you can do. You know, I try, but based on my availability and other people's, I could not get it done. So, it kind of happens, you know. As I said, I like producing content, obviously, as much as I can. But sometimes you just can't in a week. You know? There we go. That's actually pretty decent. Just taking some weathering pigments. Putting them all over. There we go. This one done. So I'll set it and then start the next one. Yeah. So, unfortunately that. But I was able to get Miniature Painting 101 up on Monday, or Tuesday, I guess. Was it? Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday I had a Miniature Painting 101. I need another container. Yeah. I'll use this. What else? Today, obviously, I'm filming Painting with Jay, and How to Play 40K should be up as well this week. So it's a pretty good week, and I should really try my best to get a Q&J up because there hasn't been one in a few weeks. Q&J. There will probably be a codex review, maybe Friday night or Saturday morning. I'm going to an event Saturday, so maybe after the event I'll film one for a new codex for Imperial Knights. And the funniest thing is, it's one of those times where it happens occasionally. I'm not going to complain or anything. But I purchased the codex for Imperial Knights like a month ago, and it's already outdated because I needed it to play my Imperial Knight army. And, oops. But there are new knights, and that's okay. You know, if having to buy a new codex means that there's new knights to play, that's very cool. And the new knights look awesome. I've heard mixed things about I think the new knights are going to be decent. So, So I think it'll be good. Let me just spread out those pigments. That's a lot of pigment there. Just spread it out a bit. This one's really going to be rusted. Yeah, they look pretty good. So I'll discuss them, the rules for the new codex, all stuff, you know. I'm going to eventually pick up the normal knights. I've been just having so much fun with the Forge World ones that, you know, the new knights are cool. The original knights are cool too, but I really like the Forge World ones. I like the look of the Forge World ones, to be honest. They look cooler to me. Like they look more significant. The other ones are very boxy and bulky, but I really like the tall, you know, the tall giant leg versions that the Forge World ones have, because they look like they're fast and that they go and squish things and stomp them to death, you know, versus the normal ones, which is just are a little bit bland. This brush. It's a lot of pigment heavy. I'm going to have to, yeah, reduce this effect. And of course someone pointed out that this Grot is not painted. That is true. He is not. He is not painted Grot. But he will be. Today. So we're just going to spread out the pigments here. So it's a lot of rust, but it's not going to be concentrated over a specific area. Yeah. I filmed a battle report with these guys last week against a Demons player named Trevor. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I would definitely play Trevor again in a heartbeat. And yeah, it was good. He kicked, well, I shouldn't spoil. Alright, fine. Spoiler alert. He won, and it was not very close. But the reason was we were playing Maelstrom. And the cards just went his way. He had a good tactic, you know, and really his rolls were very good. Every time he had a demon weapon, he rolled a 6, and his just rolls were amazing, and they destroyed a lot of stuff. And I didn't have much, unfortunately, to deal with. He had a Demon Prince of Nurgle, and I didn't have much to deal with it. But it was okay. I played for fun, you know, we had a great time, and that's what matters. In the end, I still think it was a good battle report. I just think that the score wasn't very close. But a great time. Love to play him again. For sure. You know. To me, it's not the result of... It's the player I love to play against, you know. It's not the result of the game that I care about so much. But I like closer games, obviously, because closer games typically made for good battle reports. You know, they're entertaining. People want to see them. You know, just that, you know, it's just... when it's a blowout, sometimes people are like, I could have looked at the lists and told you the score, and those aren't the games I like to make. Because, you know, what's the point of that? If you can look at the two lists and go, oh, okay, you know, this player's going to win probably within a turn or two. It's not the most entertaining battle report, because it's like reading a book, essentially, and you know the ending ahead of time. Or watching the movie Titanic, because you know that ship is going to sink. Spoiler alert. It's been 20 years. If you haven't seen Titanic, tough luck. What else? Yeah. You know, it's been a good week. Getting a bunch of commission quotes, which is awesome. I'm happy. So remember, people, if you want a commission, contact me at commissions@jadedproductions.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Most of the commissions I'm able to do. A couple models I was like, I can't do that. I was just too, you know, I'm looking for small commissions. But a couple were like, hey, I have a whole army. And I'm like, no thank you. I don't really want to do the whole army thing right now. You know. What else? These Grot tanks did really well. I'm proud of them. They killed some Grotzukas. I love Grotzukas. The more I play with them, you know, Grotzukas are one of those really underappreciated weapon because they're not as powerful as, you know, people are saying, you know, because Grots have the best ballistic skill. You want to give them the missiles or the rockets or the, you know, custom mega blasters. But I love Grotzukas because they're strength 6, so they can't take on a lot of heavy armor. But what they do is they do a lot of damage because of the just amount of blast templates. You hit with enough of them and you cause like 16 wounds and you're laughing. You know, that's what happened. I rolled and just the amount of hits I got were just awesome. Or like against the demon army, since he had a lot of models, I was just firing. And it wasn't really, you know, if I missed one thing, I'd hit another. So it was never, you know, too bad. And they did a lot of damage. They took out a lot of stuff. The downside to Grot tanks, which I've noticed, but who cares? In my opinion, I don't, you know, because I play for fun, but is that because they're tanks, they can't do much, right? They have no assault phase. Versus like a Killacan. And Killicans are pretty weak in. They just have to hit basically is their challenge in close combat because they're weapon skill 2. But once they hit, they're strength 7 and they're AP 2, so they do a lot of damage in close combat. Usually. Again, in that game that I played, they did not, but it's okay. So, what was I saying? Yeah. Tanks can't, right? They don't do that. They are just tanks. So what happens is they get assaulted in the assault phase frequently. And because they're armor 10, right? There are only 10 around. They're really vulnerable. And the random movement is fun, but it's not really competitive, I find. Because the way I roll, it's always like 4s. It was like, they're all right, they're moving 4 inches. But I love them. I love the Grot tanks. The more I use them, the more fun I have. I love them. My eventual dream is 18 Grot tanks, and I'm almost there. 3 squads of 6, and then I have to think about the Mega Grot tank. That'd be a lot of fun. Mega Grot tank would be a lot of fun. That's I think it's an elite's choice. It should be an elite. Or is it heavy? It's elite or heavy. Oh no, these are elite. It's fast, pretty sure. It's fast or heavy. I think it's fast. It's not elite. These guys are elite. What else? The more I play it, I think I like more to run the, this is good English. I like to run more the Goskull Thraka detachment, the Great Wad detachment, as opposed to the normal Orc detachment. Now it sucks if you fail a leadership test, but it's, you know, you have access to some better, I like the weaponry, the gubbins that you get access to with the Goskull Thraka, because there's my favorite custom because as you know, I run custom force field heavy lists, right? Usually Grot tanks or Killacan wall and that kind of stuff. So you rely really much on that invul save from the force field, and the Goskull Thraka detachment has a better force field, has access to a better force field than the standard detachment. They give you a 4-up invulnerable save as opposed to 5-up, and that 4-up versus 5-up really matters. So I like that. And if you're running knob bikers, for example, which I've done a couple times, the knob bikers you can get the war boss, it's called the big boss pole, and it makes them fearless. So that's awesome. So now you have fearless knobs flying around the table, you know, and fearless knobs, that's amazing because the biggest problem with knobs is that they're such a low even with the war boss, they have such a low leadership value that you shoot them enough, you can force them to fall back, and they fall back fast, right? Because they're fast attacks, and then they regroup and do nothing the following turn. Or not their fast attacks, but they're fast. They're on bikes, and then they regroup and do absolutely nothing for a turn. So you've wiped them out for a turn effectively, and it's huge in the game. I think it's good enough. Cool. After this, I'm gonna have some painted Grot tanks. That makes me happy. It was kind of cool seeing the comments of last week's video, what models make people happy. I really like that. What else? Yeah, it's been a good week, you know? These weeks fly by now. Oh my goodness. They just fly by. The amount of stuff that gets done in a week is amazing to me, but oh my goodness, these weeks fly by. You know, I film and film and film and work and work and work, and then all of a sudden you turn around and another week's gone. And now the May 4th, you know, May the 4th be with you, and good. And what else? I got, yeah, a lot of stuff done, a lot of filming. I'll show you this week's painting tutorial model in a second. I'm kind of proud of him. I liked him a lot. So first we'll fix this and set it. Set it and forget it. Good. Another one done. So that's it. That's all. Ugh, look at that. Rubik's making a lot of sounds. I think he's just dreaming. Pigments. They get everywhere. So all the rust is done, which is good. Now I just got to focus on, I think that one Grot is all that's left. Yeah. And the Grot things will be done, and then so much clean out the lid that I was using. But yeah, this week's now in the warp, I asked the viewers in the warp, you know, what models they want to see in it, because I have a series called Face Off. Now I put Face Off episodes whenever there's no battle reports in the warp. And just basically two close combat oriented, you know, characters or monstrous creatures in the game face off. And the most frequently asked for model is Karn. So today, this week's painting tutorial, actually, well, it's up yesterday, but still. This week's painting tutorial is Karn the Betrayer. Look at him. Put him on a scenic rock base. And yeah, he turned out pretty well. I really like the way he turned out. So if you want to see how I painted him up, check out the warp. I really like the cleanness. I'm starting to paint really clean, I find. Like, I use an airbrush and I have a really clean gradient of, if you look carefully, you see the colors. But people are saying it's kind of boring because it's not like really in your face, stark contrast. But I really like this clean look that I'm doing lately. So I might keep up with it. I'm going to maybe reevaluate it and see, but I like the way that he turned out. So he looks pretty cool. He's ready to go chomp some people. So he's in this week's episode of Face Off against Belial with the Thunderhammer Storm Shield. So Karn the Betrayer. Cool. Carnage. Bad joke. So done. Look at this. I'm happy. These look good. Put them on. So now these guys are, I love the Grot tanks. They're just so much fun. Alright, let's paint this guy up. First I need my brush. Oops, I'm hitting the table repeatedly. Alright, my brush is, it's always a brush I use for these ones. I'll do this one, sure. So Grots, I usually start off with their skin. Not Skarsnik. I usually start off with War Boss. Start off with War Boss. So I'll find my War Boss green. Just Nurgle green. That might be War Boss. No. War Boss. Nope. Step 1, find the paint. There are so many greens from Games Workshop that it can be challenging sometimes. Here's War Boss green. Let's use War Boss green. Hey Adam, you missed a spot. Yeah. I really enjoy these paint with J's though. It's kind of become my favorite series to film. Because it's very, it's almost like therapy. I just talk about my week and stuff. What else? You know? And you listen and I get work done. Like at the end of it, I have such a good feeling of accomplishment because you know, it really, until I started filming this series, I really didn't think about how much you can get done in an hour or so. And then you look at what you did and you go, oh my goodness. You know, it just, that feeling of accomplishment is great. There you go. That's the brush I was looking for. You know, such a good feeling of accomplishment. So, and through this series, I've painted a lot of stuff. You know, the last 6 months, we're on like episode. So we're in the 30s now. I think this is probably around episode 30. I don't know what number it is. I'll find out in editing later. But this is about episode 30. So that's 7.5 months right there of us just painting together, and it's been a great show. A great show. And the amount of work that has gotten done as a result of this has been great. At least for me, and I think it is for you as well, because of all the comments that I get, and people put up pictures of what they've been working on my Facebook page for the Painting with Jays. You know, it's just great. Great stuff. Painting tutorials as well, I get stuff done as well, but some of the time, because my painting tutorials don't necessarily reflect what I paint or what I play. I mean, this is usually my Painting with Jays is usually what I'm playing with, and most of the time, as you've seen, what I'm painting ends up on the table very shortly afterwards. So it does get, you know, what I need to do done. What else I do is I built a, what are they called, Tyrannocytes, one of the drop pods for the Tyranid army, and wow, people were warning me about that ahead of time, and it was true. That was an interesting build. Took a while. It was a bit of a complicated build. I found the Imperial Knights that I built for Forge World much easier actually than that thing. A lot of interesting pieces. But there we go. Grot is good. He has a little hat and headphones. Okay. But yeah, it was a complicated build. I found. Look at this. Here it is right here. I'll let that dry for a second. But wow. Huge, by the way. It's, I'll zoom out for a second. Look at the size of this. So it's a huge model. And it was pretty complicated the way it went together. So, but it was a fun. It was just a bit of a challenge. But again, you grow as a builder, and so that will be one of my future Painting with Jays, or I'll just paint it between weeks and stuff, and we'll get that on the game, you know, into the battle reports ASAP as well, because it is a really cool model because it delivers the guys that you need across the table. I think that combined with the Dimacaron, will be a really good combination, because it'll get him to where he needs to go. They'll be useless for a turn, but it still gets him where he needs to go. So now I'm just going to apply some camo shade. I'm going to give his Grot a little bit of character, because he got his Grot tank. You know, if he deserves a Grot tank, he deserves some TLC, because he's a special Grot for getting a Grot tank. Not every Grot gets a Grot tank, you know. Good. So they finally announced the concert lineup for next week. This year's Summer Concert Fest. And I was wrong about some of the opening band is not, it was called, whoa, I keep forgetting their name. Home Free. I think that's their name. Home Free is, I think, the band that I was talking about last week. The 5-man acoustic, or the 5-man a cappella country group from Minnesota. And the thing is, they're actually the big band of this year. Like, usually it's a big Canadian group. Like last year it was Tegan and Sarah, which in Canadian terms is pretty big. And then previous year was Walk Off the Earth. And then this year it's them. They're actually the big group of the year. Which was unfortunate. I was hoping that there'd be a really good Canadian group coming. But never mind, I'll still go see them. I'm going to try this blue liner for his hat. But yeah, so that'll be interesting. And then, but the big names that they announced that I actually really like that I'm going to go see, Randy Bachman is coming. Now, Randy Bachman, I'm an old fart, that's why I like him. But Randy Bachman is known as the guitarist for the Guess Who and for BTO, right? So he plays, you know, American Woman, and he also did some solo stuff as well. But yeah. Oops. So he'll be good. I'm probably going to invite my in-laws, because I know my father-in-law is a really big Randy Bachman fan. So I'll probably invite him up from London, because, you know, free concert, not bad. You can't complain, right? And then the other band is a country group that I like, called Doc Walker. I know it sounds like Dog Walker, but it's Doc Walker. And they're good. It's a country group, a Canadian country group, but I still like them. You know, my wife likes country music, so I tend to listen to it a lot. They're pretty good. Not that many, and then there's a bunch of tribute bands, like there's a Beatles tribute band, a Neil Diamond tribute band, a Who tribute band. A lot of tribute bands. But yeah, so that'll be cool. So I have a few minutes to wait while this guy is drying, because he can take a little while. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go back while that's drying to my old model I'm working on. We'll zoom out in a second. There we go. The Exocrine. No, wrong name. Toxicrine. There we go. The Toxicrine. We'll go back to painting him, because he is a model that I really want to get on the table as well. And again, combined with the I think he'll be a good combination as well with the Tyrannocyte. Let's get as soon as I find color. I took off all my paints the other day, and oops, and I have been Like, oh, I kind of rearranged my paints. Dumping them somewhere. Where did it go? I love this, painting with J. It's more like looking for paints with J. I'll find soon. Or give up. So, I gotta organize my paints better. That's it. Yeah, there we go. So we'll keep working on him. Get him up to battle report standard for Tyranids. Yeah. Jay hits the camera repeatedly and paints Tyranids. Painting with Jay. That's good. The Grot tinks are done though. That's, see, as I said, halfway through painting with Jay. And the Grot tinks are pretty much done. I just gotta highlight up the skin on the Grot. So I'm going to just paint him up now and get him looking good. He's a cool monster creature. He has his purposes, you know. He has a 2-up poison, and I think it's on a 6 is instant death. Rubik stop. So he's pretty good, killing stuff. He's AP2. And yeah, he'll kill stuff. Basically, he is needed for the high toughness monsters creatures, basically. Like all the Wraith Knights and the Wraith Guard and stuff. This is what he'll have to deal with. And the one problem is a lot of the time he won't be able to get to them, but still, he'll have to try. Again, combined with the spore pod, I don't know what they're called, you know, tyrannocyte. You drop him where he needs to go, and you pray he survives a turn. Now he does have shrouded, pretty sure, shrouded or something like. He has something. I thought maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong here, but he has. Maybe just drop him into cover, and then he. Just hope he survives, and if he does, he attacks whatever he wants to attack the following turn, and they die. Summer blockbuster season has started. I haven't seen the Avengers yet. I believe my wife and I are going to go next week, or I think tomorrow. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe we're going to go tomorrow. I've heard good things about it, so. They're pretty good. The other Avengers I liked, so. Maybe I'll pick that blues as well. So I'm playing in a quasi-tournament. It's kind of a tournament, but not. It's like an event. It's not a tournament, so. But it's called Brawl in the Hall. and it's on Saturday. It's going to be fun. And it's here in Peterborough. It's run by David, the gentleman who I played a lot of times against, that Dave. Which I claim is from Northridge, but he's from Bridgenorth. That David. He runs it, and that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing orcs, my partner and I. It's a doubles game thing, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not going to reveal my list because I haven't figured it out yet. It's going to be orcs, for sure. And it's orcs. My opponents really don't have to worry that much about me, because, let's face it, orcs are a lot of fun, but they're not the craziest Xenos army at the moment. In fact, I think they're arguably the worst, other than possibly Tyranids. Tyranids and orcs are kind of fighting for the worst Xenos army in 40k award, because Tau are very strong still, and Eldar are very strong after their last codex update even, and Necrons are just freaking powerful as well, so. Yeah. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. Playing orcs in a tournament with a partner is going to be just awesome. I'm excited. I have a cool opponent. He's a lot of fun to play with, so I'm excited. You know, that's the point. It's just going to go and have a great time, have fun, meet people. And my goal is to get myself as integrated as possible into this community. I was so busy for the first 6-7 months that I didn't get to really a good chance to integrate myself into the community here. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why I've been falling short in certain ways with my channel is the lack of community outreach, you know, because if I had a lot, you know, if I had a lot of friends in this community, I could find battle report opponents quicker. You know, obviously I do have some great battle report opponents, Stu and now Trevor and Dave. But if I was more integrated in the community, it would be a lot easier, you know. So I've been doing that not only just for business purposes, obviously for my friend, like to make friends as well, because it can get lonely. I don't want to start crying or anything, but it gets lonely, you know. And I moved away from all my friends and my family and to here, and it's just I'm not very close to them anymore. But so it's been good to make some friends. It really has. Of course, you guys are my friends, so. Looks good. The Grot's probably dry after this, so I'll take a second after that and go back to the Grot. He's already 3 color minimum, so I can use him in a battle report if I wanted to, but I also haven't decided what Terminator faction is he going to be. I'm thinking Imperial Fists. Yeah, I'm thinking Imperial Fist would be fun. Does he have eyes? I guess he technically has eyes. Yeah. Let's see, is the Grot done? Yeah, I'd say he's done. He's dry. Let's continue to work on him then. Put the Tyranid away for a minute. Till next time, Tyranid. Next time. Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I haven't done a tournament. It's not officially a tournament, but it's basically a tournament. I should zoom in again. It's basically a tournament. Let's move this over slightly to where it was. Zoom in again. Boom. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's 3 rounds, 2 hours each. Unfortunately, no Forge World. So no Grot tanks. We're doing a lot of fun to run Grot tanks at this event. My Grotzilla list will happen one day. I just gotta get a couple more. I gotta get 1 or 2 more squads of Grots, I'd say. And then some other couple things. But there we go. Done with him. Next step, we'll use Scarsnick Green. Get that going. What else? GW's been busy. So they have the new Knights coming out. Rumor has it new, like, Space Marines are coming out soon. That's crazy. White Dwarf. I'm going to get a White Dwarf. I think I should get a White Dwarf subscription. Because I think that'd be a good video series as well. To talk about White Dwarf. You know, I could do a weekly review session on the White Dwarf. And a lot of good rules end up being in the White Dwarf as well. So the only thing though is with the White Dwarf, they can't guarantee for shipments. I'd probably get it the week after every time, because they only ship them out the day before release date, which is like the Friday, I think. So there we go. Grot skin done. Let's get his eyes done quickly. His hat. And then he's done. And then the Grot tanks are done. Yay, Grot tanks. Let's see, this one's out. There we go. I'm going to clean it up in just a second. There we go. His Grot eyes are now painted in. And I'll clean up around the eyes. And the stuff for Adepticon for next year is already starting to come up soon. I felt like it just ended. There we go. All cleaned up. And we'll touch up the hat, do the headphones, and he is in good shape. As I said, these weeks fly by. When you work so much on stuff, it just flies by. Maybe I should do the red. I'll do the band of his headphones red. That's Wellrider red. Mephisto red. Beautiful out. It's summer weather already. Like, we had no spring here this year. It was snowing 2 weeks ago, and now it is summer. Like, it's been hilarious. So I'm figuring out what I want to do this summer. My wife and I are making plans because, you know what? We didn't do a lot last year. We moved to Peterborough, and we were really busy doing the move and then getting adjusted into our new lives, that we kind of missed a lot of opportunities to do stuff last year in the summertime. And it's such a nice area. You know, Peterborough is known for its great summertime stuff to do, you know? So we missed that. And then this year, so we made a few plans, like we're going to do some stuff, go camping and relax. I'm slowly finding balance in my life, basically. That it's not all just work, you know. And especially with computer issues, which, by the way, thank you to all the people who've supported my Patreon. Through the funds that I've accrued over the last month, I am going to invest in a new computer part that should hopefully fix my system. And then I'll be back to you know, regular content, much more regular content at least, because of the because it'll only take, you know, a couple hours to render a video instead of days in the case of battle reports. Somebody asked me recently if I will do painting with J's and if I will be using my commissions. Will I be doing commissions during my painting with J's? Maybe. I'm not against that. You know, that way I can show you what I've been working on with my commissions, and you'll see the work I do. As I said, I'm actually quite surprised with the popular. I've gotten given a lot of quotes, which is great. But if you want a quote, you know, as I said, commissions@jadedproductions.com, and I would love to paint your models as well for you. I'm just doing small commissions, not anything too crazy. I just want to do small, that way I can get these models back. You know, like I've been painting up some models, and then it's like they arrive. For a couple of commissions so far I've done, they arrived on a Monday. I've had it back on the way back to them by Wednesday or Thursday. I can't guarantee that for everyone, obviously, because there will be a lineup eventually. But that's kind of the speed. You know, when you're only painting a single model or a squad, that's kind of the speed I want to do, because then everyone wins. You know, people get their models back so they can use them in games, and there we go. Look at him. He's almost done. I don't usually paint all the base coat colors first, but just have time, you know. Oh, well. What else am I gonna do now? Maybe I should paint a little symbol on his hat. Apparently a giant vehicle's going by. Look at him. I think it looks pretty cool. He has a lot of character. I like to paint my grots, even like more than 3 colors. As you've seen, he has, you know, 3 or 4 colors on him, but I always do more than 3 colors when using grots. I know that they're just grots, but still, they deserve some love, and that's how I like to paint them. Just do a quick highlight up there. Make that area really pop. And yeah, he's going to turn out well. I like him. He's going to be cool on the battlefield. Let's do a quick shading of the headphones. My motorcycle's back. Finally got it back from the shop. Just reminded me of that because that's clearly a motorcycle driving by. Needed a lot of work, but it's back and it's running again. That makes me happy. I'll probably take my motorcycle to Brawl in the Hall on Saturday. Look at him. He's basically done. When when it dries, I'll just do a quick highlight of the headphone parts, but he's basically done. Oh, maybe I'll do his teeth quickly. Yeah, I'll do teeth. Alright, I'll do white. What else am I doing? Yeah, just rambling. You know? Rambling, rambling, rambling. That's what I do. I talk, you listen, we all paint. Stuff gets done. I'm excited. Oh, there's a new paintbrush line as well coming out from GW. I'm thinking I might buy some. I should really buy some. And then invest, because they look actually like they might be quasi-decent brushes. And it's cool that Games Workshop wants to improve on their brushes. That's, you know, it's good because they're not only focusing on the models, they're really focusing on all aspects of their business. Here we go. So is his teeth painted now? He is angry. I am little Grot. Let's put him on his little tank. Look at that. That, my friends, is a painted Grot tank. So all you people out there saying he wasn't painted last week, he is painted now. And he's ready to go on the battlefield and destroy stuff. Cool. So I'm probably going to call it soon for today. Also, pigments. Whenever I'm done using pigments, I always look down and think I'm bleeding or something, or like bruise myself because the redness. Maybe we'll quickly work on him. Yeah, quickly work on him. So, what do I do now? Blues. Zotek. Lothar. Yeah, it's really cool that GW is working on that. I like the new brushes look good. They look like they have a nice handle to them, and they look like they actually might be quasi decent brushes. They're a bunch of different sizes now, even more than last time. I'll zoom out a little bit because I realized how big of a thing I'm doing. But it's good that they want to improve. That's what I'm saying. I'm pro GW right now. Not all their business practices are amazing, but you know what? They make some good decisions sometimes. And lately we've been seeing them. Like the new Imperial Knights, I love the look of them. Excuse me. I don't even like this guy. This guy is an awesome looking monster creature. Quite different than the other ones, you know. He does take up a lot of room though, in the sense that he's going to be annoying to use in close combat, but it's okay. No one's perfect. There we go. On this guy. So now I'll do the carapace, and then I might call it a day after that. But look at all the work we've gotten done. I know. By the way, for those of you wondering, I've gotten a couple emails lately from the Warp people, and I mentioned in one of my Painting with Jays that Mandy wasn't doing very well in November, and then I kind of stopped talking about her. And for the 100% not clarification, I guess, see-throughness, whatever it is, transparency, Mandy's okay. She's alive, she's happy. Is she the most healthy? No. But she's healthy enough and happy enough that she is alive. And, yeah, she's doing okay. And I realized I just smeared on my thumb. I'll have to fix that later. I got red all there. It's okay. Pigments. messy. That's it. And I'll do the other side as well. This is typically how I do my tyranid ticking. Can't even see it, of course, right now because you're zoom out, leave more. That thing was switching between a monster creature and a grot tank top. This is how I typically do my tyranid ticking, just with a single brush. Make sure it's nice and flat, and get all the ticking done. You know, I don't like to do singles ticks. Good. Cool thing about this model is that I also get to paint up a destroyed Terminator later in whatever color scheme I want. I'm thinking I might do Imperial fists. I don't know why, but yeah, maybe an Imperial Fist dead guy. In case, you know, I ever do an Imperial Fist army. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Still gotta do a... I really want to do Adeptus Mechanicus army. Yeah, that would be awesome. Alright, let's do one more color quickly. We'll do the white ticking, and we'll finish up after that. Yeah, I really want to do the... I really want to build an Adeptus Mechanicus army in the near future. Because they just look so cool. Maybe starting off as a detachment. Or not detachment, an allied detachment. And then maybe building a whole army out of them. Because they... that's way too much thinning down. They just look cool. They are such a cool looking army. Once again, what does Games Workshop do right? Make cool looking armies. I don't think they're going to be the most competitive. They have some really good things going for them, but I just think they're awesome looking. And they're Martians. So that way if my opponent destroys me, I can be like, you're making me very angry. That was not Ray Romano. Yeah. That's looking good. Call that ticking. I find that the ticking, whatever it's called, feathering, I don't think it's called feathering, it's called ticking or whatever it is. Whatever they call it. It really does have that nice detail to the carapace. You just do that, it takes a little bit of time, and then it looks awesome. It just shows, it's one of those little steps that shows you put in the extra time into making your Tyranids look good. can't wait. Summer plans are going to be good. And maybe this summer, I'm going to just hop on my motorcycle or do something. I'm thinking I might go on some tour of some sort. Maybe go away for a weekend. Hop in my car or rent a car, hop on my motorcycle and just go somewhere. Maybe go visit someone. No. I've been meaning to go to Quebec one day to go visit my old friend Deblet. Maybe I should. You know, go to Quebec. That'd be fun. And I bet he'd appreciate that. Play some games or something. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe not. We'll see. Time will tell. You know, the next 4 months, I guess June, July, August. 3 months, 4 months. It'll be fun. I'm going to try to do stuff. You know, besides working hard and getting my channel as successful as I can, but you know, that'll happen, hopefully, through hard work, dedication. Hard work and dedication. This brush is way too small. Oops, touched it again. Too small of a brush. Let's upsize. How far are we in? Yeah, we're an hour in. I'm going to call it soon. Because this video is going to take a long time to render. But it's okay. We got the Grot tanks done. And that's what matters, people. We got finished Grot tanks. You've gotten work done. I've gotten work done. Work's done. Less models, right? We can almost justify buying more models. I'm not saying do that, though. I'm not advocating saying we should paint all of our models, not buying new models necessarily. But, again, if you want to. That's the funniest part is I love talking about my commission work while I'm doing this because you're obviously painting or doing something along with me. And if you're painting, the odds are you don't need a commission painter because you are painting your models for you. So it's all cool. All right, let's call it there. We got work done. Done. So that concludes another Painting with Jay. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you got stuff done, had a good time, got work done. Things are good, you know. It's been a lot of fun. I can't believe we're been doing this for so long. We've gotten so much work done together, and the work is only going to keep going, you know, because so many more models for me left to paint. I could probably paint a model a day for the next 3 years, and probably still have models left. Yee. But yeah, so thank you as always for painting along with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments in the comment section down below what you thought about anything I discussed. And yeah, stay tuned for next week as always. We're going to keep painting together because that's why it's called Painting with Jay. So thank you very much. And like this is Jay saying, happy painting with Jay.